So there's a lot of people out there who seem to think using AI for SEO doesn't work. Well, I disagree, and here's a bunch of proof. That being said, if you're still one of those people who doesn't want to use AI to generate content because you think Google's going to clap you or whatever you think, right? Well, I'm going to give you 2 ways in which you can leverage AI technology for SEO without using AI to write your content. That being said, I suggest you do it regardless because, as you saw by the past results, writing content with AI not only is faster, but it also allows you to rank said content both on Google and on all the LLMs you saw before, like ChatGPT, Perplexity, Grok, Claude, and many more. That being said, for all the haters of AI writers, here are 2 quick tips on how you can use AI technology without it being for writing. Let's go. Okay, we're here. Let's just get going. So the 2 ways I'm using AI for SEO, and it's not content writing. Now, the very first thing, and bear with me here so I can explain it properly, is using AI to edit content that's being generated by humans. So if you think you still are able to produce better content than AI, which again, I respectively disagree with, but if you think, right, you can generate content better than AI models can, right, be it, for example, a simple listicle or a comparison page where you feel like you have a better understanding of what the product is, you feel like you have a better understanding of where to place internal links, where to place images, where to place videos, the whole structure, the table of contents, right? If you feel like you can produce a better piece of content than AI, right, then at least use AI for editing, okay? Now, a quick thing right here is that SEO is not just about what's on the page. So SEO has 3 main pillars, which we've covered in the past, but on-page SEO, which was one of the pillars of SEO. Again, SEO has 3 main pillars. On-page, okay. Off-page, there you go. And technical SEO. But the on-page aspect of things right here, it's not just about the words that are on here, right? Because having information is not enough, right? You need to be able to display and convey that information in a way that people want to read it. Meaning, for example, if you just type in a big block of text, a big long paragraph, well, most likely whoever clicks on your site and reads through maybe a service page, an article, whatever, right, they're not going to want to go in and it doesn't look good, right? So big wall of text isn't good. So if you think that right now AI models write big long paragraphs of text that aren't good, easy on the eyes, well, maybe then you actually write articles better than the AI. So then go with your manual work. I'm just going over what I think it's important to understand when it comes to writing content. It's just about not just about the written word, it's how you display it. And for example, long paragraphs are a bad thing, right? Not having other elements like images. Images are key nowadays, it's visual. Not having videos, right? Not having a proper linking structure. So if you mention a certain source, cite it, right? An external source. And by the way, quick caveat, there was a study done not too long ago that looked at the pages or the sites ranking on Google. This is Google, by the way, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, right? And most of the pages ranking above the 5th position had external links. So linking, not internal links. Internal link is a link on the article to your contacts page, to your another blog post of yours, for example, maybe to your services page or to your products, right? External links are links to other sources, maybe Wikipedia, right? Investopedia, maybe. So linking out to a source that validates whatever it is that you're saying, okay? And most of the guys ranking above the 5th position had external links, okay? So again, it's not just about the written words. It's how you convey the information, right? That again, if you feel like you write better than the AI, right? Use your own manual work. That being said, then why would you not use AI for editing? Okay, and I'll be fully transparent. I'll show you my tool. I mean, maybe you can even use ChatGPT for this. Maybe you can use any other tool, right? I'll just show you mine because again, I'm fully biased and I think this is the best one. But regardless of all that, like let's say you wrote this, right? This was all, actually I should just open this up. Let's say you wrote this right here all manually. This is all manually done. This is done by AI. Well, let's assume that you did all this manually. Right? You added the videos, you wrote the paragraphs, you added the images, you added the tables, you added the internal links, the external links. You did all this for you manually, okay? Now, why would you not take this in and use a tool like this to be able to add links, right? Add external links. Like this stuff right here, if I click this, the AI is going to read through the whole thing and find in this paragraph that I selected the best places to add external links to. Now, could I have done this manually? 100%. Like anything this does, you can do manually. But why would I be going through the work of going and reading through this and finding, okay, I want to add an external link right here to this. Let me just find the best anchor text. Okay, this is right here. Okay, let me just add a link right here inside of WordPress or whichever CMS you're using, then go in and copy the URL and paste it right here. Like why would I have all that work when I can just use AI to do this just like that, right? Same goes for images. If you're using AI images, why would I not do, for example, I don't know, add water? Let's see how this goes. Oh, I don't have any credits. Let me just add credits real quick. Okay, we're back. Now we have 500 credits. Let's just give it a go, add water. And what this does is it'll just convert the image using AI, taking into account the whole context of the article as a whole, the image as a whole, and try to add water to this scene where there's like a desert type plant growing in it, quite dry. So yeah, the AI takes into account the whole sort of ecosystem and the current image in place. Let's just wait for this to load real quick here. There we go. So the same type of deserty type ground with a small plant, now adding water. Boom, there you go. You can just change things around. So point being is that why would you not do stuff like this? For example, let's say there's a big paragraph here. You could break it down, make it, for example, make it simple, make it shorter, make it longer. Or for example, you can just transform the info that's on here into a table. Maybe you think your readers would best understand the info if it was in a table format. Boom, there you go. This didn't make much sense, but you get the point, right? So you can change things around as you wish. You can even add custom prompts, right? Why would you not use stuff like this? Say, for example, hey, make sure to mention my brand named whatever. Boom, there you go. Or, for example, you can even interact the article as a whole. Say, for example, hey, add a paragraph that talks about my brand called the Desert Gardener 9000, a tool to help gardeners navigate, there we go, their dry soil gardens. Boom, there you go. And the AI is going to take into account the whole article and find the best place to add a paragraph that does this, right? So you don't have to find the best place. You don't have to think about it. The AI does this thinking for you. And not using AI for this doesn't make any sense because like this just saves you time, right? I can understand the fact that people don't like to use AI to generate the content, but why not use AI to edit it, make it a little bit better, right? You know you want to add a table, or you know you want to add this paragraph. Why would you be going through the whole thing and finding the best place to do so when AI, let's see where it did add it, right? Where is it? Oh, there we go. So right there, small paragraph, okay? Again, maybe my instruction wasn't the best, okay? So, but we can say stuff like, okay, add a table comparing my product with the best ones you find online that do the same thing, right? And the AI is going to add a table wherever it sees fit, right? In this case, for example, this prompt, give it a small paragraph. I mean, it wasn't too specific. This doesn't even exist, right? So that's why I only added this. But I could have said, hey, add a whole new section with an H2. It's going to add an H2 with a paragraph that talks about XYZ with X many words, a table and an image and a link to XYZ. So you can speak back and forth and iterate back and forth with it. And you can agree or you can reject these suggestions, right? Just as if you were using ChatGPT. That being said, this is all integrated in an editor, okay? In GPT, you cannot do this stuff like this, or add the keywords, or rewrite things, or select just small parts of it. I mean, this is a whole introduction into your workflow. We have a lot of people, by the way, who don't use Arvow for article generation, for whichever reason that is, but they use it for the editing part of it, because we've built in an editor that's tailored for SEO, which, by the way, we're super proud of. So yeah, that's basically what I want to say on here. It's the using and leveraging AI tools for the editing, okay? Because it just saves you so much headspace and just so much time that you could be thinking of other stuff, right? Okay, you want to add this table, but sure, ask AI to help you where it thinks it's best sees fit for that table. Now, you might not agree with it, right? You might tell it, hey, listen, try again. I don't think it makes much sense to add it here. And the AI is going to try again and replace the table or the image or the link or whatever, wherever it best sees fit based off of your feedback. You're literally iterating and giving the AI information to learn based off of whatever you tell it. Hopefully that made sense. Now, second tip, which is sort of tied in with the first tip, which was use it to edit new content generated by humans, is use it to edit existing content that you've done in the past. I cannot tell you enough how many people I see that produce amazing pieces of content, amazing ones, that rank first, that get a bunch of mentions, a bunch of citations, but then 4 to 6 months later, because someone else has produced not necessarily a better piece of content, I mean, I guess it is a better piece of content, a better piece of content with up-to-date info, up-to-date information, up-to-date links, up-to-date information, well, what happens is that the article that these guys produced, well, it's going to start ranking down and down and losing on brand mentions in LLMs because it's just outdated, right? Why would I, as a human, want to access an outdated piece of information? I wouldn't. So all the effort they put in producing this amazing piece of content, right? And I'll even show you an example. Let's go here. For example, this right here. This is from a past video I've made, but basically, let's say I'm right here on GPT asking for the best alternatives to Herman Miller, right? And the first citation is this blog post that talks about, hey, there's an image, there's 10 best alternatives to Herman Miller published this year, right? Super in depth with links, right? Images and all that stuff. It's good for back pain, etc. Right? Now we're ranking first, not we, but these guys are being mentioned or cited first right here. And cool thing, by the way, it's not a one-to-one correlation. For the same prompt, they are nowhere to be seen on the first page of Google, which is pretty cool. I mean, this is a rant that I've been having for a while, but you don't need to necessarily rank on Google in order to be mentioned or cited in ChatGPT, by the way. And Ahrefs did a study where it shows that basically almost 1/3 of the sites cited or mentioned right here are nowhere to be seen on Google. In other words, you could be ranking on like the 100th position and still be cited right here. Because LLMs, like you basically prompt it back and forth, right? It's like again, I give this example all the time. It's like a funnel, right? You give it a prompt, it gives you an answer. You give it a prompt, it gives you an answer until the answer you have at the end is the answer you're happy with based off of the existing prompts you made, right? Now, why would, based off of your prompt, the answer it give you not like, because what it's doing basically, the work you do manually, like you search up for this, you read through this blog post, you read through the Reddit comments, maybe you watch the YouTube video, whatever, you do all this stuff, you take all this info into account and then make your decision off of it, right? Why would the AI, when you're prompting with something, just stop at the first page like a human? It doesn't. It keeps on going if it needs to, right? Maybe it goes to the 100th result, excuse me. It'll keep on going until it satisfies the search intent of your prompt. That's why, again, it's prompt, answer, prompt, answer. You're refining the answer, right? And if the AI feels like it needs to go to the 100th page to better satisfy the search intent of your prompt, it will do so. And so this is a bit of a tangent, I know, but just goes to show that's super interesting. 1/3 of the pages that are cited right here, are mentioned right here, have no human traffic. Because again, nobody's going to go to the 100th page. So even if no human goes here and you get zero traffic, well, you can still get human traffic indirectly because you can have the AIs mention or cite your page that ranks 100th to humans. So you get indirect human traffic. That said, my original take here was that this article is great, being cited, being mentioned, it's fresh, but it could become outdated. Let's say the extreme, let's say tomorrow Herman Miller goes extinct, or Herman Miller, like, for example, stops selling chairs, then this wouldn't make any sense. Like, best Herman Miller shares alternatives, right? They don't sell chairs anymore. I know this is an extreme example, but hopefully you get the point, right? Content can become outdated quickly. And so why would they discard all this amazing content they build instead of just updating it? Why not? And again, you can use stuff like what I just showed. Let's assume that this, and actually what I can do even, I can literally copy this URL, and I'll do it right now. Let's go here, Herman Miller chair alternatives. There we go. I can literally take in this URL, which is again the same blog post as before. Boom, go here, boom, go here. Start from a link. I can steal this right here, create draft. Oh, there you go, create draft based off of this link, right? And let's say again, this is what's right there. I can say, hey, listen, Herman Miller stopped selling chairs. I want you to update this article accordingly. Remove any tables or mentions of that. Mention what they sell now. Add a dedicated paragraph about XYZ. You get the point. You can just use AI to just read the whole thing and change things around based off of your prompts. Again, doing this manually would be a pain in the butt. That's why most people just discard existing content and create new one, which is a waste. It's a shame, right? You're much better off updating existing content updating existing content that already has backlinks, traffic, and ranking and citations than just creating a whole new piece of content, right? Update your existing content that already has trust in Google's and all these LLMs' eyes. That's it, right? That's the whole thing. Again, you don't need to use Arvow. Arvow is my tool. If you buy it, I make money, full disclosure. But in my opinion, it's the best tool. I'm 100% biased, but I mean, with just the insane amount of results we see with it every single week now, right? Just go to case studies, you see like a bunch of them. Even us, like we are a result of our own tool. We increased our LMs, our ChatGPT leads by 30% by using Arvow itself. It's insane. You can go watch the case study if you want. It's arvow.com/case studies. And I mean, we have just so many people who are using Arvow, be it for generation, be it for updating. There's just so many things in e-commerce, agencies, local businesses, just so much stuff right here. And again, I know I'm biased, but right now is the time to do so. And just the stuff that I told you before, like you don't need to rank on Google to rank on GPT. Because if you produce valuable enough content, even if it's super niche down, it can still be cited and mentioned in these LLMs. Right? But again, if you're watching this, is because you don't want to use Arvow to generate content, at least use it to edit. That's it. Guys, please check this out. YouTube thinks you're going to like this video, so I'll trust YouTube's algorithm to see if you're going to like this video or not, because this video is going to be different for different viewers. So you might be seeing one, some other guy might be seeing another video. So check it out. And yeah, like this video, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.